Well, there's some interesting little stories turned up, and also I'm going to let you know about how England and Denmark got on with Crystal Palace players. My name is Stephen Dawes, this is Palace to the Core. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest Crystal Palace news, views and reviews, as well as talking about how our team, or how our players are doing in the Euros. Now, it also, a couple of little stories which I'll talk to you about as well in a little while. So first of all, if you're watching this, you may have just seen England get through to the next round, beating Slovakia 2-1, and it was great to see that Eze and Guehi got onto the pitch. Guehi, of course, on from the beginning. He was on for the whole game, and Eze came on in the second half. Great to see them both playing, and they both played a part in each of the goals. It was a great little assist from Guehi for Jude Bellingham's overhead kick to get the first goal, and then it was Eze passing the ball into the box that then put across for Harry Kane to head in. So both Palace players played their part in the goals, which is absolutely fantastic. I felt that Guehi had a really good game. He's playing with an injury. He's got a strapped up shoulder, which he did take a knock in the first half. It looked like he might be going off, but he managed to play on for the whole game. But he has got this injury to his shoulder, which is a bit concerning. Obviously, for next season, it is a bit concerning. So hopefully, it's nothing too serious. Eze played well. I think that he put in some really good last ditch defending for England, which I thought was really good. Managed to get his foot in a couple of times to stop the ball going close to the keeper. So he had a really good game, and he did try to play his usual way forward as well. But to be honest, I don't think he had enough time to actually impact it in that way. But he did have a good game, I felt. So it's good that England, of course, have progressed. Unfortunately for Joachim Andersen, it isn't the case for Denmark. They lost yesterday, so he's now on his way back. Probably going to have a much-needed holiday before he starts with the team for pre-season. So it's disappointing for him. He had a really... I really felt sorry for him because it looked like he'd scored a goal. That goal was then ruled offside, and then literally a few minutes later, the ball hit his hand. I don't think there was much he could have done about it. It was quite a close range shot. The ball hit his hand, gave away a penalty, which they then scored. So double disappointment for Joachim Andersen, but I think he played well apart from that. I thought he had a really good game. So disappointing for him. Munoz and Jefferson Lerma have played well in Copa America as well. So it's all looking good for our players at the moment. So let me know if you've seen anything in particular you want to talk about in the comments regarding those. And also a couple of little things that I want to talk about as well. First of all, the situation with Olise is dragging on a little bit. I think it's still going to happen. I think he's still going to go to Bayern Munich. But there seems to be a little bit of a to and fro about the price. Now, it looks as though there was a certain amount needed, say, 43 million was needed to be bid in order to open talks with Michael Olise. But 50 million is needed to actually buy him. Now, apparently Bayern Munich weren't aware of that. They thought 43 million would be what they were buying with. But Crystal Palace are insisting on the full fee of £50 million, which I think is only right. I think, there's absolutely no reason why we should take less than that for him. He's a very good player, and he will definitely be an asset to Bayern Munich. So it looks as though that's dragging on a little bit. I don't think it's going to cause major concern. I think Bayern Munich will probably stump up the rest of the money for him, and he'll go. But it's just interesting. It's just dragging things on a little bit longer. And it also sends a message to other clubs that if they want to come in and try and get a player on the cheap, it's not going to happen. We don't have to sell Olise. And I think that if other clubs are going to come in and say, well, we're not going to be able to get these players on a cheap price. The price is set, and that's the price we're going to have to pay. So that could be good for us in the long run as well. And another little bit of information is Wilfried Zaha. Now, there was a rumour earlier on that he was planning to come back to the Premier League. It now looks as though Galatasaray, even though he had a decent season with them last year, Galatasaray apparently can no longer afford his £300,000 a week salary. So they're looking to offload him at a cut price, and apparently have told Crystal Palace that this is the situation, that they need to offload him. They want to get rid of him at a cut price. It looks as though wherever he does go, he's going to have to suck up a little bit of a reduced wage bill, because I don't think there's going to be many clubs out there going to be paying £300,000 a week for him. So wherever he does go, he's probably going to take a pay cut. Why have they told Crystal Palace? Perhaps they want to give us first dibs, or perhaps we've asked for first dibs if he decides to come back. If he does decide to come back, well, it looks like he's got no choice. It looks like Galatasaray are going to sell him regardless. Would you want him back at Crystal Palace for a second time? Would you think that he would fit into to Oliver Glasner's scenario, into his team, into the way he wants to work? Do you think that he would fit in with what Oliver Glasner wants? Do you think that he would, do you think that we need him anymore? Do you think we still need a Wilfried Zaha in the team? Personally, I think it would be a mistake if we brought him back, because I think we've passed him now in a way. He was fantastic for us, no disrespect to him, he was a brilliant player for us. But I think we've passed him now, and I think even if we lose Olise, I think that we are now in a different zone in terms of the Palace team, and I think getting him back would be a backward step for us. But that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear your opinion down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the whole situation. Let me know what you think about everything I've talked about today. And I will see you in the next one.